Aloha Maui Prep Ohana. Welcome to Maui Prep's Back to School Night session. Today, we're just going to keep it very short from our administrative team in terms of what's new at our school and some information in regards to the annual fund and other information. So I'm going to kick it off with introducing myself. My name is Dr. Miguel Solis. I'm the head of school, as you know, of Maui Preparatory Academy. Of course, I'm very happy and delighted to be leading the school. Last year, we were very successful in keeping our doors open with this whole COVID situation, and we'll continue to do our best for this upcoming school year. Just as a reminder, please remember to keep your students home if they are sick and call the office, the front office, or Dr. Zamora, as she is the Department of Health liaison. We want to ensure that all of our families and our campus is safe during this situation. We need to work together, of course, to make this year a successful one, and we'll do our part and continue on with our protocol of sanitizing our classrooms and ensuring that everybody is wearing masks until this whole pandemic is hopefully over. I don't think that'll happen anytime soon, but we'll do our very best to ensure that everybody is safe for the time being. I'm happy to announce that 80% of our faculty and staff are vaccinated, and those that aren't will be checked for COVID every week. So they are mandated to take tests on a weekly basis and send that information to me. But this is a very good number for our school of our size. So that is very good news. And I'll continue, of course, to push for full vaccination for our faculty and staff. Likewise, I ask that if the students or families are of age to take this vaccination, that you go ahead and take part of that. And we know that the FDA, of course, has already approved the vaccination for Pfizer from 16 years old and above. So, of course, this is very good news so that we can keep our whole community safe. There's a lot of things that we need to be excited for this year due to the increase in enrollment and a great supportive community here at Maui Prep. We have been very successful in adding on more resources for our school. For example, robotics, the arts, athletics, academics, a great design lab, and a great curriculum from preschool all the way through 12th grade. This is a great cause for celebration, and I'm really excited to share more of that with you throughout the school year. The theme for the year is Lokahi. I was actually inspired by Ms. Amanda Graham, whom you'll hear of very shortly. She inspired me as she is launching the annual fund and decided to focus on the theme for Lokahi, which is working together to achieve more. This is one of our commitments to living aloha, and I decided to continue this on for the rest of the year. I think it's great to commit ourselves and highlighting one of our commitments to aloha every single year. So Lokahi, think of that for the rest of the year, coming together, achieving more as a community here at Maui Prep. She'll explain more on the annual fund and your participation to ensure that our school is not only surviving, but also thriving. Remember that we are a college prep school from preschool through 12th grade. And I want to thank you for choosing our school and entrusting your children to us. We'll do our very best in ensuring that their experience here at Maui Prep is a great one. So I'll introduce Ms. Amanda Graham, our Director of Advancement here at Maui Prep. Take it away, Amanda.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. I wish I was able to see all of your faces tonight, but I'm really excited to welcome back all of our families and welcome all of our new families and students. My name is Amanda Graham. I am the Director of Advancement and also a very proud alumna of Maui Prep. I graduated here in 2012, and it's just been incredible to come back and see the growth of our school and the continued sense of community and culture of generosity. And it's an honor to be a part of that and be a support to all of you as you decide your way of giving back to the school and what we're all about. So speaking of giving, this school and where we are at now and from the very beginning has always relied on community support and parent participation from your time, your energy, your passion. And that's really what it takes to make our school as great as it is and what you see before you today. So could you please go to the next slide, Dr. Solis? I actually also wanted to highlight, we have the advancement department that I work under, but we have so many other opportunities that are amazing for all of you to get involved. And I want to shout out two of those. The first one is the PTSO, the Parent Teacher Student Ohana. They work to enrich the lives of and education of students here at Maui Prep. They build positive school spirit. They help teachers with special classroom needs and administrative needs. They're very involved in a volunteer organization. To hear more, go on the Pueo Pride newsletter. They give updates there. You can look for them on our website, and you can reach out to them directly if you want to be involved or hear more at ptso@mauiprep.org. Another volunteer organization, a great one, is called the Booster Club. They work to raise money for the athletics and performing arts department. They do activities year-round, run the concession stands outside the Bozic Center. And to learn more about them, also visit the Pueo Pride newsletter, see our website, but also Class Dojo. An email to reach out to them is boosterclub@mauiprep.org. So really looking at giving at Maui Prep, one of the things that I wanted to share with all of you is, where does this money come from? Why do we ask for this kind of participation as a school? We're an independent school, private school, which means we don't get any funding, government funding. So when you look at this graph, you'll see that tuition only covers 79% of what it takes to not only run our school, but also be able to elevate our programs and everything that we have to offer. So when you break it down, after tuition, 21% has to come from somewhere to make this possible. And the biggest piece of this pie is unrestricted giving, which means it's charitable dollars that come to our school that aren't put towards a specific program or a specific person. These are unrestricted funds that allow the school the flexibility to address different needs and really be able to push out different programs and elevations as needed. Right below that, you'll see directed giving. So that's the opposite. It really is dollars towards a specific part of the school. And then we also have support from our programs. This is things like our summer camps, our booster club, our PTSO that I just mentioned. And then a small portion is helped by other revenue, which includes renting out pieces of our property. So it takes all of us, you can tell it takes a community, and we all come together to make this better and achieve more, lokahi. So if you could go to the next slide, I'm very excited to introduce and kick off the annual fund tonight. It is starting tonight with all of our parents. I know that last year we came together as families to get 88% participation. It's incredible. It's something to celebrate. And this year, as in every year, we strive for that 100%. The reason being is that if we are able to show as a school that we 100% believe in our mission and believe in where we're going and support our students and our kids, it really makes it much easier for my department and us as a school to go out and seek more funding from corporations and from foundations. Another thing that's important to mention is that these unrestricted dollars really do impact every aspect of our school. The annual fund is a fundraiser that we do every year. It's a consistent stream of dollars that we get as a school, and it's an investment in every aspect of our school. So this includes technology upgrades for our classroom. This includes supporting the 31% of students that attend our school with some form of financial aid. This includes professional development for our teachers and keeping our campus beautiful and safe all the way around. Your choice in participating in the annual fund is invested in every aspect of our school. So with that, Dr. Solis, if you could share a brief video that describes what I just said a little bit more, you'll see some new pictures, some old pictures and videos, and I hope you enjoy.
Here we go.
At Maui Prep, we are committed to Lokahi. Our students, families, faculty and staff, the Board of Trustees, volunteers, and alumni work together to sustain and expand our mission. From our founders to the newest members of our ohana, we own our legacy. Together, we make sure every student is empowered to discover themselves and build meaningful relationships, all in the pursuit of excellence. Because of our ohana, because of you, Maui Prep continues to provide elevated and affordable programs for as many students as possible. Your gift to the annual fund is put to work immediately to enhance opportunities such as an affordable education for all families, enrichment opportunities for our faculty and staff, upgraded technology and equipment, and beautiful and safe facilities. You are a part of this legacy. Together, we can achieve more. Together, we are Lokahi.
All right, thank you for watching that. It'll be posted on our website tomorrow. If it was a little bit blurry or you want to see it again, it'll be shared across our social media. So if you could go to the next slide, please. I do want to emphasize that our theme this year for the annual fund is Lokahi. It really represents who we are as a school, who we've always been as a school, and what it's taken to get us to where we are and what it's going to take to get us to where we're going. And with that, and the annual fund, it really is about participation. I know that giving is very personal, and I want to be of help so that you can feel like you are giving a gift that is most valuable to you and most meaningful to you as a family and as a parent. And it really is about participation to support the school's growth and success and our students. Again, like I mentioned, we had 88% participation last year with families, 100% participation with our Board of Trustees, and 100% participation with our faculty and staff. And it's just really, really exciting to see the amount of support that we have within our community and within our ohana. So with the next slide, we are kicking off today. I'd love to hit our participation by October 5th. That is the deadline to participate in the annual fund. There's 3 ways you can give. One of the easiest is Venmo. So if you just search Maui-Prep, you can just type in the annual fund in the memo line and your gift is ready to go. You can also mail us a check or give via credit card on our webpage at mauiprep.org/giving. And tomorrow, your annual fund parent captains will be reaching out to each of you, sharing more about all of this information, specifics on how to give, and why they have chosen to participate as parent captains this year. It is all about volunteering and participation, and I want to thank all of the captains and our chair who have given their time and energy to make this happen this year. So thank you. And finally, in the last slide of my presentation, I really look forward to connecting with each and every one of you. I am here to answer any questions, the easy ones, the hard ones. I am here to support you. I'm here to talk, reach out to me anytime. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you for your time. With that, I will introduce Mr. Kirkham, our principal. Take it away.
All right, thank you, Amanda. Maybe before we get started here, Mr. Reader, Mrs. Jerome, and I, we've been kicking around the school an awfully long time, and we always wondered who was going to be the first alum to come back and work for Maui Prep, and we are so excited to have Amanda Graham come on board. When she graduated in 2012, we knew that this young woman was off to do special things, but we didn't know that she'd be coming back. And one of the first things she did when she came back is she hired another one of our alums, Allison Torres. She graduated class of 2014. She's since been married. So Ali Naganuma is also in the office. And Ali, Amanda, and I were reminiscing today, and they were talking about how old they feel, because little kids that were here when they were here have since graduated. And I'm like, I think you guys feel old. How about me? You guys, I used to teach you guys when you guys were in middle school, a couple of them. So it's just great to have Amanda and Ali come on board in our advancement department. Hey, I don't want to spend too much time here before we get you off on your way to meet your teachers. Just real quick, I know that we have probably all experienced the wonder that is Maui Prep dismissal. Every year, our lineup gets a little bit longer and a little bit longer. And I want to thank you for just being extra patient in that line. Maybe just some things that can help move the line along efficiently. Parents, we do ask that you just stay in your cars during dismissal time and allow the faculty and staff to load your child into the car. I know for some of our kindergartens and first grade students, buckling those seatbelts can be kind of hard, and the fine motor skills aren't quite there yet for some of them. But the more you can teach them and how to do that, the quicker you'll move the lineup along. Also, just this might seem like a bit of a silly point, but when you are pulling up to the curb, there's always someone standing at the very end trying to pull you as far forward as you can go. And the reason why we're asking that you pull as far forward as you can go is so that we can fit 3 cars on the ocean side of the sidewalk. If you don't pull forward enough, then we can only fit 2. And then that just limits the amount of loading we can do at any given time. Another safety factor, obviously, that's probably the most dangerous time on campus. I have seen a few parents on cell phones as they've been driving around during pickup. We do ask that you stay off your cell phones and that you keep your head on a swivel during that time, just watching out for all the little bodies that might be darting out into the parking lot. Speaking of cell phones, just a reminder that all of our students, when they are in class, are expected to not be on their cell phone. And sometimes the most frequent offenders are parents calling or texting their students during class time. And we have had a few phones confiscated by teachers because parents were calling their child in the middle of class. So we do ask that you keep that classroom time a time of sacred learning for your students. If you do need to get a hold of your child, you can always call into the office. If they are in the upper school, then they are more than welcome to give you a call between classes or something like that. Or if it is an emergency, they can ask permission from a teacher to maybe step outside and make a phone call if it truly is an emergency. All right, we're going to get you dialed in for the rest of the evening here. If you go back to the email that you should have all received earlier this afternoon with a link to the website, starting at 6:30, all of our lower school teachers will have live Zoom calls. So if you haven't yet had the opportunity to meet our wonderful lower school faculty, make sure that you're hopping onto those Zoom calls, and they will be live. So there will be opportunity for question and answer. This is not a time for parent-teacher conferences, though. We want to be respectful of our teachers' time. They've had the long day at school already, and we're working into the evening here. So this really is just a time for you to learn about what's going on in the class, ask some general questions. If you do have questions about how your child is doing and you haven't had your parent conference yet, then feel free to schedule that and maybe bounce an email back and forth between you and the teacher. For middle and upper school families, instead of doing a live Zoom call, because you'll have all sorts of different classes to go to, on that website that was emailed to you earlier today, there will be a link to a Google Drive folder. And all of our middle and upper school teachers uploaded a short video for each one of their classes into that Google Drive folder. They're all organized alphabetically by the teacher's last name. At least they should be if the teacher did their job properly. And it will also list what classes they teach as well. You can have your middle or upper school student help you along with that. And these are just meant to be quick videos introducing the teacher, their courses, kind of what they'll be studying in each of their classes, how that class operates, some work expectations, things like that. And once again, those are already pre-recorded. If you do have any questions for a specific teacher, we encourage you to reach out directly via email to that teacher and have the conversation with them that way. Speaking of communication, always good practice to communicate. If you do have any parent concerns, whether it's lower school or middle upper school, always a great process to communicate with the school is to approach the teacher first. If you have a high school student, even have the student approach the teacher first. And if you still have some questions after that, then you can come chat with me and we can try to resolve it. And if I'm not being as helpful as you would hope, then obviously then you can go have a conversation with Dr. Solis as the head of the school. We hope everyone has a wonderful evening. We're just a few minutes away from 6:30. That's when the lower school teachers will be hopping on live. And then you have the opportunity to watch the middle and upper school pre-recorded videos at your own leisure. Thanks for tuning in with us this evening, everyone. We're sorry that we had to do it via a virtual Zoom call. We'd much rather have you all in the dining hall or in the Bozic Center right now, but this will make do. And we look forward to a time when our campus is opening up a little bit more. So thank you very much, and we hope everyone has a great evening.
Aloha, everybody. Have a great afternoon.